Guys. Um, this video right here, I want to talk about marriage. Okay, my point of view of marriage is way different from the point of view of the world idea of being married. Okay, I want to give my point of view of marriage. Okay, it started when God made Adam. Okay, God made Adam and told Adam that he needed a helper. Where he thought that Adam needed a helper. Okay, he put Adam to sleep, and pretty much he put Adam to sleep, and pretty much got a bone from out of his rib and formed Eve. Okay, and by him doing that, he made he made Adam, and then he made Eve from Adam, so they was spiritually connected. Adam had a bond with God, and Eve had a bond through God from Adam. So they was considered as married, a married couple. Okay, they was married. Okay, that's the whole idea of biblical marriage. Biblical marriage. From 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 God's eyes of being married. Not the way men look and perceive as marriage. And I wanted to share that, okay? But in the eyes of men, in the eyes of man, we don't consider marriage unless we have that certificate of paper, okay? So that will certify a couple as being married. And in the eyes of man, a couple just a couple that's shacking up and having sex if they don't have that paper. Okay, I'm here to tell you guys that having that paper doesn't mean anything. A couple can have that paper and not be fitting in the eyes of God, and not even believe in God, not even walking with God, but it will certify, but in the eyes of man, it will certify that couple as being fitting and ordained as marriage. Man don't decide of marriage. God decide marriage. It's God that decide the marriage. So our whole way of thinking and the way that we have been taught have been wrong, guys. We go to a preacher, a minister, to get ordained, and that minister that ordained the marriage, really, majority of the time, a lot of times, that preacher, that minister will marry a couple that not walking with God, don't believe in God, different religion. The couple is not evenly yoked with God. Are they not on the same spiritual level? And that's not a minister to ordain a marriage of God. So a lot of these ministers that have license, that's another thing, guys. It's God that ordained man, and not man that ordained man. So our whole way of doing things has been wrong, guys. So a couple that's strong with God, guys, strong with God, strong. God then hook this couple up, put this couple together. That couple is not considered as being married because they don't have that worldly paper. That person in the eyes of man, that couple would just be considered as shacking up, guys. Okay. Let me Let me explain myself, guys. When Abraham told his servant to find Isaac a wife, and his servant went. And when his servant said that prayer to God for him to send an angel to give him a sign when he was by that well, remember that? And the angel gave him a sign. Remember that, guys? That relationship was considered as marriage. Isaac was married right then and there, guys, because that relationship was ordained by God. See, we don't think like that, guys. We let this whole system manipulate and control us. That's not in the willing of God. That don't even have the best interest of God. So I really want to share that with you guys, that how biblical marriage between marriage with God and versus the worldly marriage. It's a lot of couples right now that's married, that's really shacking up because they are not in the will of God. They're not in the will of God. So it's a lot of couples unevenly yoked. The minister married that couple, even though that couple wasn't walking with God, or the husband didn't believe God, or the wife didn't believe in God. One couple was Hindu, and one couple was Christian, and one couple was Hindu. One person was Hindu and the other person was a Muslim, and things like that, guys. We have a lot of relationships that's like that. So that marriage is not strong with God and is not ordained by God. So I really just want to share that with you guys. I love you guys.